Welcome, nerds, to the TV news. That's a little ambiguous, don't you think? This is a clip that is taken from the larger Week in Nerddom that gets posted up on the main YouTube channel at Generally Nerdy, or youtube.com/Generally Nerdy, however you have to go about it. This section of the news, we're talking about TV shows and episodic shows on streaming networks. I'm still working out a way to say that isn't such a mouthful. Either way, it's going to be TV shows, right? That's how this works. And so let's just get into it, shall we? TV news. We're talking about all the TV shows and series and episodic content and such. So in today's TV, we have an update on Sandman from Neil Gaiman himself. AMC is really digging into this whole Anne Rice situation. Big Bang Theory is getting another spin-off. All of that and legitimately a bunch more. We have so many follow-ups for this episode. Let's just jump right into it. First up, Creature Commandos. We have our full cast listing, and it is as follows. David Harbour has joined as Frankenstein's monster, now named Eric. We also have Maria Bakalova as Princess Ilana Rostovic, Indira Varma as the bride, Zoe Chao as Nina Mazursky, Alan Tudyk, yes, that is right, the one and only Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus, Steve Agee as John Economos, Viola Davis, of course, coming as Amanda Waller, and Sean Gunn will be doing two parts. He'll be doing Weasel as well as G.I. Robot. Frank Grillo has been confirmed as well, like we talked about previously. Confirmed now, 100%. He will be voicing Rick Flag Sr., and then presumably, if he ever makes his shift into live action, he will be played by Frank Grillo as well. So, that's what we got for Creature Commandos. Let's talk next about the Knuckles series over on Paramount Plus. We talked about this previously. Idris Elba reprising his role as Knuckles, the red hedgehog from the Sonic the Hedgehog's franchise. Bleh, words. So, and joining Idris, we have Adam Pally, who will be playing the role of Wade Whipple. As far as other casting, we have Edie Patterson from The Righteous Gemstones, Julian Barrett from Midhorn, Scott Mescudi, Don't Look Up, Ellie Taylor from Ted Lasso, Rory McCann from Game of Thrones, Tika Sumpter will be reprising her role of Maddie from the films. So, yeah, lots of casting, lots and lots of casting. It is confirmed now also that the series is going to be taking place between the two Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movies. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie is slated to release December 20th of 2024. That's what we got. Let's move on. More follow-ups. Next up is Sandman. Season 2 is still in the works, but is not going to be called Season 2. And that's all we got. Neil Gaiman is very sparse with details when it comes to stuff like this. It's kind of to build the hype machine, and I think it works. But yeah, it's done being written. We also know that, but still pretty early in the production side of things. So there's that. Next up is another one that we've been keeping tabs on for some time, and that's the Galaxy Quest series over on Paramount Plus. It is now apparently been greenlit, and they're moving forward in early stages of production as well. So we're finally moving forward. No official word on who is going to be returning for the cast, though I would imagine a fair amount of them, though sadly, no Alan Rickman. Oh, okay. So no Alan Rickman, but Mark Johnson is going to be returning as executive producer for the series. He also executive produced the movie. And then our final piece of follow-up news has to do with the arc over on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi series now renewed for a second season. So there's that. Trailers. We got a trailer this week on the TV streaming side of things, and it's for Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai. The animated series is set to premiere. We also got the premiere date, May 23rd. So mark your calendars because this is probably going to be great. Hopefully. I need to stop assuming everything's going to be good these days because most things are not. Next, we're moving over to regular ass news. Starting things off, we're talking, like I said, AMC is really digging into the Anne Rice properties. They are starting a third series set in that universe, and this one is going to be entitled Talamasca, if you know from the books series that she writes. Or she wrote, rather. The Talamasca are the entity that studies vampires and supernatural things, and this is going to be a series that follows them around. So, sweet. That's, yeah. Again, no word on casting or anything, just the announcement that it's going to be a thing. Next up, we have, this is kind of a big one. MGM, after being purchased by Amazon, has now started going a little crazy with the reboots and the announcements and things. So we have a bit of a list. Most of them are movie properties, so we're touching on this again in the movie section. But as for TV series specifically, we have Fame, Barbershop, and The Magnificent Seven have all already been announced as getting TV series based on their IPs. But the rest of it has to do with movies, so we're going to talk about the movie section. Moving on next, Dungeons & Dragons is getting a TV series. Drew Crivello has been brought in to showrun the series. It's going to be 8 episodes on Paramount+. Rawson Marshall Thurber is going to be writing and directing the pilot episode. With the moderate success of the movie, this kind of makes sense. I really hope they find a way to get normies a little more excited about this, but it's a tough ask, I think. And then our final piece of regular ass news in the TV section is Big Bang Theory is getting a second spin-off series. Not much is known about this really at all. Chuck Lorre is playing this one pretty close to the chest, it would seem, though he did say previously that he was not going to be moving forward with anything concerning the original cast explicitly unless they were all on board. So another prequel series about somebody as a child, maybe? I don't know. This is up to you. Let me know, comments, social medias, whatever. Hit me up. Let's have the conversation. What could they be spinning off of Big Bang Theory? Are the original cast really that hard up for money? Because they got like $20-something million for the final season of that show. It was $1 million an episode, and they had the classic episode structure, so it was 20 plus episodes for the final season, which means they got $20+ million for that final season. Each actor got that. So yeah, I don't know. We will definitely be keeping tabs on this because I love that show. Anyway, that brings us over to suggestions for the TV section. Honestly, I don't care what you thought about the rest of this season of The Mandalorian. Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 8 is a must watch. Oh my God, must watch Episode 8. There are a number of episodes throughout the rest of this season you could probably skip and still be have all of the information you absolutely need. So that is your TV suggestion for the week. Once again, nerds, this has been the TV and streaming news for the week, taken from the main show, The Week in Nerddom, which is posted on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Thank you for joining me here, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.